How many more days are you going to be poor and in lack? Or how many more days or years are you going to be sick and struggling with your health? Is this matter of days or years, or is this matter of instant decision and tuning into your new future and downloading and connecting to your higher self, which is already healed, which is already abundant?
Think about this for a moment. Person is going to the doctor, gets a diagnosis that they have cancer. In that moment, that person's reality is completely changed. They switch timelines and they are now in a new reality where the affirmation, I have cancer, is actually their truth, their reality. Or a person that just found out that they won the lottery. The moment they find out, the moment there's an external trigger, they actually have to believe that I am wealthy now. I am having a lot of money. It is their reality. They have instant proof and they absolutely believe it. That's the moment their whole body, their mind, their biology shifts into that new reality, into this different timeline. If we can do it with these external triggers from a doctor, which has a lot of authority for us, we sometimes look at doctors like gods, that when they say it, it is reality, it is truth.
Or people who are actually saying sentenced to, hey, you're gonna live 2 months, you're gonna live 3 months. How come somebody gives you a time frame, you know? Nobody can give you a time frame. Nobody sees in a future. So the person basically, for example, listens, surrenders, and they just go, and 2 months and they are going to not be here anymore. That's how,
Instantly.
yeah.
It happens absolutely instantly.
Yeah.
That moment you hear something from an authority that you believe in, that you trust in, that instant moment, your life can completely change.
We are that powerful. We can put into our brain anything, and that anything, whatever you want it will happen and manifest for you.
So, how can we do this ourselves? If we are getting really clear on what we want, for example, we want the reality of being completely healthy, or we want the reality of having abundance, we need to get really clear on that and then decide that we have the authority, that we are going to trust in ourselves, that we say once, this is it, I'm making one step and I'm in this new reality. And you decide to embody it with your mind, with your heart, with your whole body. This is your new reality and you choose to stay there. Things can happen around you, however. Something outside of you can happen and you can instantly snap back to your old reality, to your past. But that's the moment when we have to make this decision again and say, no, this is no longer my reality. I choose a different one. And this is so amazing about this transformation, this stepping into your future, this change in this lifetime, because we can have so many different lifetimes in this one lifetime. That is so beautiful that we can experience something.
A lot of dimensions we can experience.
We can walk through dimensions. We can experience something that we've seen somewhere else and we were inspired and we thought, wow, I would love to do that too. And it's our life. We get to do it.
And we are not saying it from a perspective of people who have everything, who figured it out. We also have our struggles. We also forget how powerful we are. We also forget sometimes we get angry and all of these things. But we have heard the testimonials. We've met those people who healed cancers, and they are absolutely normal. You would just walk past them. You wouldn't even recognize they are outstanding, like looking outstanding. They are just normal, regular, humble people who love life, that they changed this in within them and they have healed because they made a decision to change their reality and they stopped bathing in the past and stopped bathing in that really like dense energy which is like still sticking to you, you know, when you want to heal something, when you want to just get rid of that lack already, it's already still sticky, you know. And so they said stop. That we discussed yesterday in the evening, I said, hey, we are still like not doing well lately. It's been very hard energy, very heavy energy, And we have to do something about this because we are still analyzing what can it be and how we can tune into a new future, how we can step into a new future. And then we realized, then it clicked for me. I said, hey, so let's just stop talking about it. Let's just say, okay, we don't have as many follow subscribers on YouTube. That's it. That's gonna come. Maybe there will be people who would love these videos and there will be coming more. So what? So it's now like this and it will be like that in the future. So my health, for example, could be in this moment not very good, but this is it. I'm not gonna analyze why, what, who did what are the childhood traumas and everything. You know, you get very drawn into this drama and then you have to nourish it every day. You water your plants like you water your dramas, right? With a lot of nutrients and everything you put in there. It grows and thrives. And if you are just not going to pay attention to there and you are aware of it, you know that there is something which you have to take care of. But I'm stepping into new reality. I decided that I'm not going to be slave of this lack. I'm not going to be slave of this sickness or whatever.
And this is a really tough part, but you need to be really honest with yourself, because yesterday I was laying in the bed. I was being totally in the victim mode. I was feeling all sorry for myself and, oh, it's not working and what am I doing wrong and how can I change this and I want to end this and maybe I should just quit. And I can be in this self-fulfilling loop over and over again, and it feels really good. It feels really good to feel that shitty.
Yes.
And I need to be honest to myself. I saw myself doing this and I was like, okay, you're doing it. Now is your moment to change, to switch. But I didn't. I wasn't willing to. I wanted to just stay in it. And then when Petra said, okay, you know what, let's make it easy. We'll look out at our YouTube analytics. In the last few weeks, I was really obsessing about it because I thought that we are improving the videos. But she said, okay, we look at it. We see a video had 17 views. A few months ago, we had over 100 views per video. And now performance was going down. So it's it. All right, 17 views. Let's put it away. It's coming. It's coming. And we trust it. And we trust in ourselves and the process. And we don't have to worry about when it will happen and how it will happen. And still trying to figure out how it's supposed to look. But it's never going to be the way we expect it to be. It's never going to be this way.
And what if there is one person who watches this video and it actually will help that person so much that it's so worthy for us to make these videos? Okay, it has, for example, 17 views, but what if there is one person who really is needing to hear this information? And that's what you can do too. You can smile at somebody in a grocery store, or you can help somebody with with a shopping bag, or I don't know, open door for some lady, and they will have a nice day. I remember when we were on a cruise ship, and I was doing these nice gestures to ladies and to people, and it made me feel so good, and they felt so seen and happy, especially those older people. They are so appreciative and they are so grateful when you can talk to them. I actually met one lady in a store. She looked so fine. She was 86 years old, and I accidentally put my grocery stuff into her grocery cart and shopping cart, and I was like, "I'm so sorry. I missed my card, and it's yours. I'm sorry. I apologize." And she's like, "It's okay, you know." And I saw that she's checking if I'm leaving everything in her shopping cart, because she was fine, you know. She was so clean, very humbly dressed, but very clean, old clothes, but you see the pureness in the people. And if a person is 86 years old and it's still pushing her shopping cart and being very active, shopping her for herself, I immediately said, "Oh, how are you doing it? You look amazing." And we talked a little bit, and I said, would you like us to drive you home or whatever? And she's like answering, "Oh, I am going to go on a bus." You know, she is walking with the shopping bags which she buys, and she takes the bus and she drives home, and then she takes the shopping bags and she walks from the bus home by herself. 86-year-old lady, you know. Oh my gosh, she was amazing, and I was like thinking that this is a friend who I would want to be with because she was so uplifting and great energy, and we can all be like this, and you don't know ever who you are going to meet and who will inspire you. So look
and
around you.
and she could choose to be in any reality. You know, she chose to be in a reality where she's fine and she's feeling happy and grateful. She could also have more than enough reasons to not feel this way. She could also feel negative, but she chose to be in this reality. And
Mm-hmm.
we all have this power. Doesn't matter how old we are, doesn't matter what sex we are. We all have this power that we can choose what reality we want to live in.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to really be honest to ourselves, admit sometimes that we are lingering too much in our negative thoughts, and then decide that we are going to step out of it. Okay, I bathed a little bit, I had a little bath, now it's time for change.
Yeah, that's what we wrote down on our like affirmation. I started to write affirmation all over our place, like a big affirmations, and I just didn't want to put anywhere this affirmation because you sometimes walk by it and you don't even read it. So I have it on my night lamp, like in our bedroom, and I lifted it, and he started to bathe in it, and I picked it up and I said, "You see, read." I don't have to say anything anymore. I just pick it up, like a police officer. No, we are not bathing in this anymore because it doesn't feel good to us. And what do we contribute to? What are we contribute to? If you're sick, if you're struggling,
The darkness.
yeah. Yesterday I heard my mother on the phone with her sister, and my mother wanted just to check something for her sister. She wanted to do some order online, and she wanted to just figure quickly something out. And her sister started, "Oh, I have this allergy, and I have to use nose spray, and I am having my ice, and I'm sneezing, and so on and so on." And my mother, "Okay, so this order." We have to finish the order. What did you want? Do you have the lemongrass essential oil and stuff like that? And I was walking by and I'm like, oh my gosh, we don't care about other people having a problem. You don't even have to inform anybody you have a problem. You're in lag, you don't have money, nothing. It doesn't matter to people. It's just your problem. It's your thing, your issue. It's your reality. So change that reality. Don't inform other people. She just needed to have the lemongrass then,
Yeah, so true. So we better make it nice for ourselves. If
Yeah.
nobody's gonna care about our
Yes.
suffering and our misery, anyways, why not make it nice for ourselves? We only do it for us.
Yeah. Who are we pretending for, right? Sometimes we are pretending for somebody. We are trying to play some games with somebody, but nobody really cares. Or if they care, they have to care. And sometimes we just can just let it go and become pleasant people to be around. If you watched until now, can you share with us if you appreciate these videos? If you are one of those 15 people who are watching these videos, if you really want us to be making these videos, or if you would like to have it less often or more often, or if you're having some topics which you would want to hear about, we would love to hear some feedback from you so we can see if we can contribute and support you more.
And thank you so much for coming back.